Hi guys, welcome back to Squadiko Sour podcast, where we keep it fresh every episode. And today we have a very light episode, so to speak, but something very engaging and very fun. So if you're a couple, this is definitely for you. If you are a long distance couple, this is also for you. If you are an older couple, younger couple, everyone.
Guess what?
And for the ones who are not yet in relationships, you could also try it with your friends. You could play it as friendship. But it's a light episode so that everyone could be engaged. Thank you for following through with all the other episodes. If you haven't watched, just go back to the previous episodes and give them a watch. My name is Muhanji and
my name is Shani.
And welcome to the squad. See you on the other side of this conversation.
Woo.
Woo woo. Hello,
Mr. Nyawanga. They don't know you as Nyawanga, but how are you? How's your week?
I am very well. Calm. I've had some time to rest.
Yes,
from the many weeks of being away and being on the road. So this weekend was very chill, and I enjoyed myself. From a heavy week of work. But grateful altogether and happy nevertheless.
Okay, that's good.
How have you been?
My week has been good. It was International Women's Day this weekend. And I had quite some fun. I went for like a hot girl walk with a few girlies, and it was vibes on absolute vibes. It was nice. I've had a good week. I'm expecting and hoping for more this coming week. And yes, that's how I am. I'm very chill as well. Even me, I'm chill. Chill.
Hey, come on. Hey, and what are we doing today? First of all, even before we get to the episode, thank you guys for everyone who joined in for our live this Friday that I just
our
passed.
Instagram live.
Oh my, it was like it started a bit slow.
Yes, for
sure. But then as we were proceeding, it was very engaging.
And I feel like that's always like with conversations. Like you can start super low, you don't know what exactly to talk about, how to proceed, and then as you're near the end, suddenly all the points, all the conversations, you can have them. So it was really fun. It was our first IG live after like 3 weeks because Mohanji was traveling. So it was just great to have the Instagram live happen, and the I don't want to call it the comment section, but like the live chat, absolute everything. So this coming week we're also gonna have an Instagram live. So if you have never joined any of our IG lives, we're extending an invitation to you. Also, while we're on that, if you are watching our podcast right now on YouTube, or if you're listening to any streaming platform, if you're listening to the podcast on any streaming platform, please, if you haven't, subscribe. Give this video a like. Comment. Tell us, yo guys, I like this video. You guys are cool. You made my day.
Come on.
The episode was great. You know, simple, easy. On all podcast platforms, make sure that you give us a rating. This helps us know that this episode is getting to you and you're enjoying it. So, what are we talking about today?
Today is a very light episode, and I love it.
Yes.
Because I think we've been giving people very dense topics.
So intense.
You know? You guys take 2 weeks, you're listening to a thing, and it's like, wow.
It's like
this is one
self-help books.
You know?
You just need a fiction for a bit.
So today we are very, very chill. Would you rather?
We're going to do would you rather questions, like couple edition or marriage edition. But they're absolutely open to couples, also married couples. So if you are with a partner, whether married or otherwise, this would be a fun way for you guys to just spend an evening or spend your time together. And if you're single, you can also, honestly, to be very honest, you can also answer these questions. Sometimes I used to, even when I was single, I used to like watch couple type videos, and I'd assume I have a partner. Or I would just answer it for myself. I'm like, actually, what do I think about this? What would I rather do, you know? Because even in as much as it is a couple, like a couple challenge, I guess, it's actually about your opinion about
Yes.
this certain thing.
Yeah.
So
It helps to know your
we're
stance.
with you. We're with you. It helps to know your stance.
Yeah.
And then even now when you ask this question to your potential or the person that you're going to end up with,
Yeah.
you already know
It's
your
not
answer.
green.
And when they say the answer, you can judge them first. So
Wow.
yeah. So I think we're gonna start with some light-hearted, fun questions, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna do, a bit intense. Okay.
Yeah.
So would you want to ask the light-hearted questions, or do you want to ask? No, you should ask the deep ones. Let me ask the light ones. Okay.
Let's
So
go.
number one, would you rather have your spouse cook all the meals or do all the laundry? Your spouse, not you, your spouse.
I cook all the meals.
Wow.
Cook all the meals. Because the laundry, that's a lot of work.
Oh, so you're not saying from a point of unanihurumia is what you're
Of
doing.
course.
Thank you.
course.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What would you rather do?
What would I rather do? Ama, what would I rather you do?
No.
What would I rather do?
You do.
Honestly, I'd rather cook. Laundry is intense.
Yeah,
And then
laundry,
with laundry, it's
can
like
be a lot.
I have to make sure that I'm on time with it. Like
Yes.
if I let it extend over a week, stress. If it's like weekly, it's manageable. But sometimes life can get just ahead of you, and you're like, But cooking, I mean,
Sometimes you can do a light meal.
yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. There's ways you can go about
Or you can
it.
batch cook so that you have to meal prep
Yeah.
it. So I think you can do it like heavy cooking all at once, then at least meal prep it for say a whole week, and then the whole week you can chill.
I actually don't know if I like the concept of meal prepping.
Yeah, I think it's stale sometimes.
It's what?
Stale.
What's still?
Like the freshness of the food, that you don't get to feel the freshness of the food. For me,
okay, so it
that's-
depends if your priority is kushiba. Mambo ya stillness kuweka kando.
Hey.
If your priority is freshness in it,
I
then
need
you have to
freshness,
commit
man.
to cooking daily.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I heard like if you use like glass containers or like certain Tupperware, the food can remain fresh. But then also I feel like meal prepping is like now unachoka for the whole week on one day. Anyway, that's my So for me, if I had to choose for you, I would definitely choose laundry. Just because I know
Wow.
you would be able to handle it.
Throwing me under the bus.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I think you would handle the laundry well, better than I would. For sure.
Truly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you wouldn't mind. You'd be like, I'm helping babe. I'm helping the babe. It's okay. I'll do it. I'll do it. As long as there's food after,
That part.
I'll do it.
That part.
Do you think, even as I've said, you're helping the babe, do you think it's just important for us to, how do I say it? Like, just have that balance of marriage where it's like there's no chore that's for anyone.
Yeah.
Like chores are just across the board. Whoever is willing and able and well able to do it will do it.
Yes.
Ama, are you like
No.
the wife should and
I'm
the
an-
man should?
Me, I'm an equal opportunity work for everyone. If you're at home and the dishes are dirty, just clean up the dishes.
Yeah.
If you are the one who is near something that needs attention or something to be done, do it. Unless you just can't. Like you, it's
I think
impossible.
a sign for like even people who wanna get married, just go to your man's house once. Just see how he handles his things. And just know that that's what you're going to commit to for the rest of your life.
Come on.
I
Because we
think
rarely change.
For us, it was that. Like I could see how clean your house was and how you'd clean up after yourself really well. And I was like, okay. And even if you'd come to like visit home, you are also very handsy. Like you're very hands-on with things. And I was like, okay, this is a good sign. Yeah.
I'm an equal opportunity for everyone.
There's nothing like chores.
There is nothing for artistry. Oh, these are gender roles. Yes, there are, like generally, or expectation, I would say, from society. But I think everyone can do everything.
Yeah, there's
And I think also, I'd say like for me, how I grew up, as our show was like, everyone is doing everything. So even growing up, we
so you should
didn't
start
have...
from when you're young.
Like we didn't have this is the thing only women can do, this is the thing only men can do. It was like, you're at home. na unasikia njaa, you better go to that kitchen and cook. Sikia tu njaa.
You do something
when you
about
get the urgency of eating, you will go and cook.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. There's a verse that we want to share. I think we're trying to keep it like super, also like about our faith, in as much as yes, it's fun. So Galatians 5:13 says that we should serve one another humbly and in love.
Yeah.
So it means that even with the chores, it's like we're not degrading anyone by saying that this is your job, this is what you're supposed to do. You just do it. It's like if your wife asks you for help, or if your partner asks you for help, just help.
Do it.
Just help. You know? Okay, so number 2, would you rather go 1 month without TV or 1 month without your spouse's hugs?
1 month without TV, easy. Cause I mean, well,
you're about to hit me.
say it.
No, finish.
What would you rather?
No, finish. What
No, I want to hear it in broad daylight.
So the only reason right now I would pick the TV is because there's a series I'm watching that's really fire.
Wow.
So maybe like
for a month, you can't just say no to a series for a month.
So if I finish the series, then you ask me this question, I'd pick the hand.
No.
But right now, nimefika place
It is
the
clear.
series is banging.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is clear. We have a sitting duck with us.
I would pick that. I would rather I can hold your hand.
Hugs.
No, there's no hugs in you. There are other forms of affection.
No. I want
no.
hugs.
The question is say spouses hugs. That's it.
I don't want it.
And that's your opinion.
The TV has been loved more than me.
Do you know the verse that's carrying this question? You're gonna laugh. 1 Corinthians 16:14 it says, "Let all that you do be done in love." So even as I'm watching my series, I'm doing it in love because for me to be able to love you, I must love myself first.
So you'd rather pick the TV and series?
I'm not picking it over you.
But she's into series, so
yeah. Well,
I get
sci-fi mostly.
Yeah,
but
when you get something you like, I see how you're very.
And you know how hard it is
engaged.
to find series like that you enjoy right now? It's super hard.
It's hard.
Okay.
I feel like most series nowadays are just like, it's just even when every time we judge Netflix series that we want to watch, it's just like it's written nudity, sex, crime. You're just like, whoa.
And it's just a light pick that happens. Yeah. Okay, number 3. Would you rather have your spouse wake you up for a surprise sunrise date or let you sleep in but miss the date?
I'm a morning person, so I'm definitely gonna pick being woken up for a sunrise date. Yeah. Hello, Mrs. Sleeping. Even before you get there.
Would you rather your spouse? So I wake you up. So you'd like to be woken up.
Yeah.
Do you know, my heart says like I would want to sleep in, but I'd be so upset if you
Why would I miss the air? Now the date for you, it's like
so
we miss the
date.
Not to miss date.
It's one time. Let me sleep in kesho.
And the way we love breakfast dates of recent time.
Breakfast dates are great.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
What?
But I know you would want the date, but I know you'd also want to sleep in.
Yeah, but you see, it's a worthy sacrifice. Because I can sleep in tomorrow, but this day of sun, wake me up. Don't tell. I just saw, and I thought you should.
Don't think of me sleeping.
Now I'm mad the whole day. Now we're not even hanging out. Now we're done. We're done. What do you think about like dates that are super spontaneous versus like dates that are planned? Which one would you prefer? This is not even the question.
I know it's not a question. I think I.
This is not the time to say both.
Not both. I prefer planned dates because you get to fully enjoy an experience. Let's say if there are things you didn't know about the place or the date or something you want to do after, like you can plan it well and get to know what is the best time, get a reservation, as compared to spontaneous, because I feel like spontaneous, yes, it's winging it, and sometimes you really get nice stuff when you wing it, but most of the time I feel like spontaneous dates need to be in very
don't say controlled, because that removes
not
the
controlled,
spontaneity. Yes.
like it needs to be in a place that is easily accessible, you have been there before and you know what would happen.
No, that removes the spontaneity.
No.
The spontaneity is also like in the randomness of the place. Like you can be trying a new place and be like, let's just see. If you say let's go to where we've already, that's not spontaneous.
No, it's not,
the spontaneity is just in, we were not planning and now we are going there. That's not spontaneity.
Yeah, that's not me.
No.
That's not me. Let's
And
plan
I think
for this.
that's why we're such a beautiful blend, because I'm very
I know
spontaneous.
you're very spontaneous.
And you're very like super planny and everything, which I love. I'm a beneficiary of it. Whenever Mohanji plans dates, I'm like, si kwetu napanga kila time. Like they're nice. So for me, if I had to choose actually, maybe in our dating days, I liked the spontaneity, but I think now I really like the planned ones.
Yeah.
Just because I get to dress up. Like I know, maybe I'm supposed to be ready by 6.
Yeah.
We're going somewhere, I don't know where it is. Like this is a dress that I should, like this is a, what is it?
Look.
The look I should go for. So I'm able to just prep and just be a girl and all of that. So I really enjoy it right now, the planned dates more.
Yeah.
So are you planning another date?
That will come in episode 6.
I actually really think, do you think men should, between men and women, who should like initiate dates more in when you're with someone?
Initiate dates. I think men more, because I think men have a no, actually, I think women more.
No.
I think women more.
Don't take back what you were on
more.
the right track.
No, I saw the deep hole in front of me, and I was like, no. Back, gents, back. Let's go back. I think women more, and here is why.
Why?
I think most of the time, women are usually the receivers of many things. So in this one sphere, let's just agree to disagree.
Nope.
Even you guys put skin in the game. Surprise us sometimes.
We plan your birthdays.
No. And what else?
And anniversaries. And just because dates. Yeah. Stop mocking me. You're mocking me. Stop it.
I feel like ladies should initiate more, and the reason why is very simple, I think, for me. And I know the brothers.
In the beginning?
In
the beginning?
And the beginning men.
How long should men initiate before women are now told then it's their time?
No, like when now you realize like we are at a good place with this man. You can trust him more. You have given him the ropes of the relationship, and you can see like he's a good leader. He's taking this relationship well.
Yeah.
And then now after, because the reason I'm saying it is, most of the times there are a lot of things that celebrate.
Ladies just start planning days after you get married.
No, plan. Surprise that man today, right now. Buy him gifts.
Like once a year or like.
Hey, once a year. Who are we dealing with outside here? No. In fact, no socks, handkerchiefs, face towels.
No, but let me tell you, socks. Okay, here's my argument about socks. Socks are actually a really good gift. If you see, your man has been wearing the same pair for so long, but it shouldn't be the only gift. Maybe have socks and something else.
Nairobi men, help me here, cause something new. The fact that men can predict what they will get.
No, but have you predicted every gift that you got from me?
Thank you. You're not every woman. You're not every woman. Whitney Houston.
Whoa.
You're not, and I think now that's the bit about us that I would say. And that's why I'm saying, like, I feel like women should initiate more. Because sometimes the stories you hear with guys, it's like, I'm the only one who takes this girl out. Like, I'm never taken out.
So my question is, it can be a balance, but as chicks we can also come through. But who should do it more? I feel like men should.
Why?
because men are the initiators, they are the pursuers,
Who said?
and women, we are just girls. We just want to be loved.
Oh my goodness.
And bembelezwa.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Baby
flowers. Oh, chocolate.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, trip to the Bahamas. Though I will say, like, every time for in our situation, not our situation, in our relationship, every time I have planned something for you, you're so appreciative of it. And I like it, but also there's a part of me that's like, this is so sad, because does it mean that this person likes it because they haven't had it ever in their life, or because they're actually enjoying it, or is it a mix of both?
I think it's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes the reason why, like, most men feel so bad when they are not dating, because that's among the...
They're just called to give.
Yeah. That's among the times in their lives that they actually feel someone loves them. Because, you know, like, for ladies, like, when ladies hang out, you'd hear each of them call each other, hey, babe, oh, Stray, I love you, blah, blah, blah. For guys, it's very different. Like, people will hang out with you, you'll have good broskies, and then after a while, like, it's really rare for you to have, like, male friendships where you hear someone actually tell a friend that I love you. It's really rare. There are very few relationships that I know or I have that people are open like that. But now for people who maybe now they only receive love in relationships, they will just be like, eh, this is the only place that I feel loved or connected to someone who is not my blood. Yeah.
Has my argument convinced you that men should initiate this?
Not yet. Not yet.
Let us know in the comment section. I really
and
think...
maybe.
Oh, wow.
I might reconsider.
Okay. But let us know in the comments if men should initiate dates more. I don't even think it should be a conversation. But let us know in the comments. Even we really want to also hear from the guys what they think about that. Okay, so have I given a verse for that? No. Okay, so the verse is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. It says, there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens.
Yes.
So that means wake me up for that surprise date. Then let me sleep in the next day.
Take that man out on a date today. Shower him with gifts.
And not socks.
PlayStation 5.
Hey. But they actually, let's just also address this. Gifting women is easier than gifting men.
Of course.
Okay, you agree with me? Because, like, let's say, especially like if your guy ends up being a tech dude, he loves tech. Avoid those people.
Hey.
Okay, don't avoid them, but it's all
just laugh.
It's all to say that men's gifts are so expensive.
Yeah.
Maybe part of the reason as women why we get socks is because that's what.
Hey, now, and women are the ones who have money in this country.
So yeah, like guy stuff is so expensive. Like t-shirts, even if it's like tech stuff, PS,
shoes.
Do you know well, not recently, but when I learned how much a PS game, I was like, ladies, we are not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. We're not gonna
how
be
many
good.
days of spice?
I'm gonna get you more socks. In fact, that's what I'm gonna get. Yeah. Okay. So, next question: would you rather have your spouse never get your jokes, or always finish your sentences incorrectly?
I'd rather you not get my jokes. What? In the social uncomfortability would that be if you always mistake every finishing of sentence? No. Just don't get my jokes. I think I would pick the same actually. Because that I can explain to you. Like, don't get the joke and then I'm like, so what I meant, that I can. But, I don't know, you must finish it. Mano. Oh, no, mandazi. It's the amount of arguments that would come even from that, it's too much. Okay, so the verse from this question is Proverbs 17:22. It says, a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. So if you get the sentences incorrectly, you are drying up my bones. You are drying them up. Yeah, unazi. Nazigaragashia.
How do you think like laughter helps in marriage and relationships?
I think laughter is like among the juices that add to life, like generally. And I think even in marriage, sometimes, even because there would be like very serious conversations you will have.
Yeah.
However, sometimes laughter gets to balance out the seriousness of a situation.
Yeah.
And it sometimes gets to have you in a very, like it loosens up the mood, kidogo, so that you can be able to even tackle
Sometimes the
certain
title
things.
can be so heavy, like marriage, husband, wife.
Just like, now you're a
Boyfriend.
wife. You are a wife. Act like wife. Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm just a guy.
For real. For real.
So I think like laughter, it really helps sometimes. And I think sometimes there are seasons where you just need to laugh through life, because some seasons can be really tough on both of you. So I think laughter sort of balances it out.
Okay. Would you rather? Oh my God. This one is triggering for me. This is specifically for married couples. Would you rather redo premarital counseling or relieve your wedding planning stress?
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Ah.
What would you rather?
Hey, I'd rather redo premarital.
We actually really enjoyed our premarital.
We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Ernest
Wamboy.
Penstrokes.
Yes.
That
By the way, if
really
you're looking
dope.
for like premarital classes, I would really recommend Penstrokes or Ernest Wamboy, because they really encourage you to actually do the classes if you're very serious about your relationship and you want to take it to the next step. So you haven't even done the engagement, you haven't done anything, you're just thinking about getting married. It's a very effective way to just figure out if you guys are ready for that step. Because he gives you homework, it's very interactive, he's very real, honest, authentic about even the conversations that happen. So I would much rather, And then I think our season was really fun. Like all the couples were very engaging, which was great. I think I would rather do. Wedding planning stress.
We would rather do. Because the stresses of marriage, wedding planning.
Do you think we should do like an episode of wedding planning?
Yes.
Yeah?
I think we should. We
My God.
We should. As even the production goes on, we hope to have a bigger space.
So that we can host
so that we can, we can have. I'm thinking if we would have this conversation with another couple, would really be really informative, because you get to.
For sure, actually, you're right.
You get to go back and forth just with the.
For me, I would also choose the premarital classes, because my God, my goodness, I just want to unlock this and ask the next question. Okay, so the verse for this particular question is Proverbs 19 verses 20. It says, listen to advice and accept discipline, and at the end you will be counted among the wise. So I think it's just really important, even as you're in that season of wedding planning. Premarital class is super important, because you're able to actually gain wisdom from people who are experienced in their game. They know what works and what doesn't. There are people who have done research and statistics. So try and be as informed as possible, even as you're prepping for this next stage of your life. Just the same way, like before you start dating, you're very intentional about like the dates and even finding information about everything. So that's super important. So I think, pray for us, guys. We want to have like more guests on the podcast for sure. And that, I actually think that your wedding planning can really be helpful. Because I remember even like for me when we were in that season, I was really looking for information on how to wedding plan in terms of like, so this is what I know, but it's like the people weren't talking about it in as much detail as I would have liked. The same way, people always say, curtains are so expensive. And then you don't know what expensive is until you go and you're like,
they are really.
That's giant. That's
like curtains, I think curtains
I can't
like
give you that
$500,000.
money. I can't. So even us, once we get like awesome, like great install curtains, we'll come with the information either here or on Instagram for the actual information of how that costs. Okay, next question. Would you rather do a couple's Bible study every morning at 5 a.m. or have a 2-hour prayer session every Sunday night?
I mean, I'd rather both of them. What?
You can't do both. You have to pick one.
I'd rather do the prayer session, the 2-hour prayer session.
On a Sunday evening, night.
I'd rather do that because as much as I'm a morning person, Bible study requires a lot of attention. But why are we waking up at 5 for a Bible study?
Because we're a couple that wants to grow in our spiritual.
Yeah, let's pray after church in the evening.
No.
Why?
Clearly, my answer
Can you explain
is
the rationale behind
I would rather we do a Bible study every morning at 5. Yeah. Because it's not, the Bible study is not a preaching. Like, we're not listening to it's just the both of us actually.
Can you imagine 2 sleepy people at 5?
No, but you're a morning person.
And the other person is like,
you would be trying to...
Are you really listening to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah. I'm looking at something next to you. How?
I'm meditating. As you are explaining, I'm meditating. No, imagine I would rather the Bible study. I would.
I think I would, but I'm just like...
No. You've already picked the prayer session. It's fine.
It's prayer. Let's just beat that 2 hour and I'm good.
Matthew 18:20 says, "For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am with them." So whatever version you choose, whether prayer or Bible study, just know that God is going to be with you.
With you there.
Yeah, and then I also think it's super important to have that balance of, like the way we're saying, like for Mohanji, he's a morning person, and I'm not.
Night owl.
I'm actually a night owl for real. I think there's a very important thing in just balancing how both of us work.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, I would wake up at 5. It's not in my forte, but I would, just to be like, even you, I know you'd be more comfortable in that time. So I would do that, and then next week, now we pray at night. Then the next week,
change it up.
Yeah, like just balance it out. And I think that's a big lesson on just how, even with marriage, that's just how what it is, or even dating. It's like you don't have to be exactly the same person, or like the way guys can be like, oh, you're the female version of me. I don't want. I want to be opposite. Yeah, I think that the opposite really
attracts.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Would you rather have your spouse always pick the date night spot, or always pick the music on road trips?
Music on road trips.
You'd rather me pick the music?
Because you are always vibes.
I'm the perfect blend of, actually, as evidenced by last night.
Yes.
We had a friend over.
Perfect.
And we had the perfect playlist.
Yes.
I think it's the perfect blend of like Kenyan music, urban, hip hop, white people music, amapiano, all of it. I'm with you on that. I would actually pick you'd pick every day. Yeah. I love it. In fact, like my current favorite date night we've had is our Valentine's date night. It was perfect. Perfect weekend. It was so great.
Oh my.
Okay, so Philippians 2:4 says, "Let each of you look not only to his own interests, but also to the interests of others."
Wow. Yes.
Yeah. Do you think there are any places where, in this question, that you have had compromise, or you have decided to make the other person happy? So, like for me, let me start. For me, compromise looks like there are certain songs I don't necessarily vibe to, but I know you like them. Or there are certain songs I'll be like, if I play this song, I know I'm just gonna get in the mood.
Yeah.
So that's how I compromise.
Wow. I think even for me when planning, and there are places I know this is definitely my taste, but I'm just like, I know she will not like this.
Really?
Just
like where?
know. No, like there are places that look very corporate-y. I know for me, I like very minimal, nini stuff. But I know for you like places with so much character, and you just look at it, you're like, it's so artsy. It's so,
yes.
So I'm like, I know she would love this place. And
Okay, cool. Next, this is the last question actually on the fun ones. Would you rather have a spouse who is always running late?
Wow. I think you should already know the answer.
Or one who is always early?
I think, what would be my answer? I'm curious, babe, what would be my answer?
You'd rather someone who is always early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so there is Do you know, for me, what would I rather? It's my would I rather is not even in this question. I mean, I would just rather.
You're a person who's there.
Yeah, on time, but not on time sana. Like maybe 5 minutes late. Yeah, that's my answer. That's all I have to say. This was actually a really big issue when we were dating. Manji was like, Manze, unachelewa all the time.
What's going on?
Yeah, why are you running late? But nowadays, I think it also helps that we're living together. So he actually sees what it takes for me to get ready.
Yeah.
So he'll now plan and be like, maybe he'll tell me we're leaving at 1 when in actuality we're leaving at 2. So then I get ready by 1:30 and then it's like, we're still on time. Is that lying?
No, it's not lying.
It's just considering your partner. Colossians 3:12 says, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience.
Oh, yes.
So it's just...
I think that it's the interaction of human beings.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I think we are very strict in our own rules. Ama we build walls so high that we live in our own, this is my truth. Nowadays how people say, this is my truth. As if there's no absolute truth. So it's like, stop building blocks and keeping people outside.
Yeah.
Like, learn to have a balance of you're being considerate, you're being kind, you're being all these things.
When was the time I really, like, nilichelewa mpaka you were like, what is this?
There's a day you kept me. I think it was almost like, it went almost an hour. Like, I just sat there.
This was at Junction. I remember there was the one at Junction where you really waited, and then you were like, when we met, told me, just know I love you very much. Because if I didn't love you, I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be here. I remember that one. Yeah, I think probably it was that one.
I was so shocked.
Because I was in so much disbelief.
Hi, how are you?
No.
How have you been?
No, let's address this first.
Now. You are in the
I was like hata au kunipigia simu au kunia, like what is this?
Get ready.
Ah, my God. And I was there just thinking, I really love this girl. I'm still here.
I think also you were shocked by how patient you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to the thought-provoking questions.
Oh my God.
And faith-based questions. Mohan is the one who's asking. I'm so excited.
Let's go.
We've actually not seen these questions.
Yeah, we haven't seen these questions, by the way.
Well, I have, but...
would you rather have one big argument that resolves everything or small disagreements throughout the year?
My comfort is telling me one big one. But I also know healing from that is... it's
a lot of work.
It's very hectic.
Mental work.
It's a lot of mental work. It's a lot of emotional... pain that you have to go through, and then also the process of reconciliation. Bruh. I don't know if I would pick the small. No, actually, I'd pick the small ones. Do you know why? Because I think with even where we are right now, we can laugh even as we argue. So we can deal with that better than the big ones. I feel like we're usually like.
Oh, it's also very overwhelming.
What's happening? Are we fine? Is it? Yeah. So I think I'd pick the small disagreement.
Definitely. I also would.
Wow.
Very much,
really?
Yeah.
I thought you'd be okay. Interesting. I thought you'd pick the big one.
I feel like one big argument really has a lot of, I'd say, like, roots. Like sometimes the roots go deep than you even think. So I think there would be a lot of mental work, emotional, and sometimes even like very personal work that you have to do so that you may heal from that. Like all through the year, you might have that one thing, but overly, you always have to remind yourself, we dealt with this. It's okay. But I think the small foxes, sometimes they are usually tough.
And then also like drama.
Just
a bit of drama. Hey, if everything is good all the time, no. If it's sunny all the time, we get tired. If it's raining all the time, so you need that. Small
so long as you have good conflict resolution.
Yeah, for sure.
Issues.
Yes.
Like vile mna settle
Watch
their stuff.
episode 3.
Yeah,
Was
episode
it 3 or 4?
Yeah, 3. I think 3.
There's a conversation on
3 or 4. You can go
navigating
to the playlist.
conflicts. Yes.
Yeah, and Ephesians 4:26 says, "Do not let the sun go down while you're still angry," which I think. Let's talk about that.
What do you think, Mwanji? Tell me.
I think you should actually go to sleep while you're angry.
Okay.
And this is very controversial, but I feel like sometimes there are things you guys can't be able to fix because of the
overnight.
Yeah, because of the sometimes the weight of the issue.
Yes.
Or what has happened. Or labda ilikuwa mumekosana saa moja. Sasa tuko hivi tu. Saa 6 hatulali, lazima tudili na vitu kwa hii nyumba. No, go sleep, let everyone.
Do you think he meant it metaphorically?
I think it's very metaphorical. Yeah. And maybe when he says the sun goes down and you're still angry, it's that thing of like, don't let something consume you, because out of anger you can be able to react badly.
Yeah. Or
so
you can make it worse.
I think maybe this is the interpretation of it.
Yeah, for sure. Can be.
Because would you rather have a spouse who prays out loud daily or writes you love notes about their prayers for you?
Oh.
I know your answer.
No love notes. But then I don't know how long I'd be like in Tosha.
Hey.
I'd pick the love notes. I would. I'd like to hear like how you've been praying for me. That's cute. What would you do? What would you rather?
Hey, love notes.
I pray loudly.
Me am
words of affirmation.
Me am my words of affirmation, romantic. So I'm like, yes, give me your theater poems and everything. Because I love poems, I love poetry.
But I also like it when you pray.
Yeah. But I think the thing about it is out loudly. Hey,
it's like every time, even when you're praying for food.
It's like it's your thing with God. Like sometimes I don't need to know.
It's like
make my wife's hair grow.
You're in church and then like the pastor is like, I need to hear you pray, and maybe you're confessing something. It's like I can't be confessing my sins so loudly. No. And then there are other people in church who are absolutely unashamed. No, they're unashamed about like like when they're open about like when you're open before God.
Yeah.
There are times you're overwhelmed and you're just like, God, I've been sinning. Even I slept with someone last night.
I slept with the cats yesterday. Oh Jesus. Oh, forgive me, Lord. Now you're just there, and it's awkward for everyone because it's like.
What kind of like prayer are you?
I'm the pacing around, back and forth, and very, very
talky. I'm very
expressive.
Chill. In fact, sometimes I feel like in such settings, I can struggle to pray. Because I can't hear myself. Like I'm praying, and then if you're next to me and you're loud, I'm just like, tusikie basi yako.
Umeingia hapo tongues.
Ama tusikie tu yako. Like actually tongues. Like you can even, sometimes like when you hear, Lord bless this food, and then you're like, yeah, God, you do that. So that's me. Like I'm a quiet prayer person, but sometimes so I can get overwhelmed in such settings when it's very loud. I'm like, okay, so what do we do?
I think that's now maybe I think the question what it really brings out is the expression of spiritual intimacy, because I think that's a thing that most people don't talk about.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think spiritual intimacy doesn't just go to you guys praying together. It also takes you guys praying as individuals for each other.
Yes.
And even in your marriage, in your friendship, in the relationship you are with, that you need to have that sort of closeness with the person and pray. I think in James 5:16 it says, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great verse.
There's a lot of times where I think you have prayed for me for things to work out, and they have actually worked out.
For sure.
You know, so pray. This is your cue to pray.
And pray for your pastor.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Would you rather be rich but always busy?
I would rather be rich.
But always busy. Or live simply.
No, don't finish the question. Next question.
Or live simply by have all the time for each other.
Hey.
This is where they get you.
So, I'm gonna answer this like this a certain YouTube video we saw of like this person who got a genie and then like was trying to make a wish, and the genies are tricky, so they give you like you can ask for something and then what you get is not what you asked for just because
you didn't
of the wording.
well.
So I would rather be rich and busy. But here's how I do it. Because I'm busy and because I have the money, I can pay for my time now. So things that would keep me busy, I'd pay someone else to do it. And then now I actually get to spend time with my That's how you do it.
Nope.
That's what I would pick. With that caveat. For you, what would you pick?
No caveat. I think for me, I think I heavily have a need for quality time. So I definitely leave
You're making me look bad.
I think I love even anyone who goes to my socials. Like I love simplicity a bit too much, I think. And sometimes that is not expressed nicely on social media, because social media is a very consumer high place. So I think people like us, people are like, yeah, but when I meet you, you're like this type. But social media, you know. So I think I'd pick simply, but I think I get to have time, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I think the question was really...
I think it's just saying that if you pick the time, you're poor. I don't know. I'll find a way to make, the time work.
It's like we will all be rich, we'll be traveling together and make time for each other. So in scripture-wise, it says Matthew 6:33.
Yes.
Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. It talks about like the discussion of priorities and contentment in marriage. So do you think you have had contentment in your life? You gave me the deep question.
No. You know, so you've asked it like, do you think you suffer from a drug addiction?
Hi, my name is Angie.
Yeah, I think I've had. Wait, what's the question again?
Do you think,
yes.
Is there a point of your life
you
think you've had contentment?
Yes, I have. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
You want to tell us something? Tell us.
I ain't got nothing.
The floor is open. You can tell us.
No. But yes, I think I've had moments of contentment. It doesn't always have to be when things are now aligned or things are where I need them to be. But it's a constant practice. Yeah. I think it's a constant practice. Definitely. Because also it's a balance of there's contentment and then there's comfortability. So it's like contentment is now that balance of I'm okay with where I'm at, but I'm also not allowing
myself to retrogress or stay the same way. And I think a lot of people really mess this verse up, because I think when Paul says contentment is great gain, many people think if I'm content, I'm just in the same place. I only do the same things. Like my life is all planned out, it's mapped out this way, and this is it, and this and this. It generally means that this thing that you're doing, you're okay doing it, you're happy doing it, but you're aiming for higher. And I think contentment being great gain is just that thing of like chasing God. Like you know God, but you're always chasing after him, because it's like there's a better and a greater thing ahead. What would you rather never hear I love you again
nope.
or never receive gifts again? Yes.
No, I'd rather never receive gifts again.
Wow.
Yeah, like I want to hear I love you. I think that matters more to me. Just that assurity. Because I think for me, like gifts is not the biggest, it's not a big number on my list. So not to dismiss anybody who loves gifts, but I would rather I love yous for sure. For
wow. You? Hey, I love you. Hey, words of affirmation.
Next question.
I love you. Would you rather always have to forgive fast or always have to forgive Would you rather always have to forgive fast or always have to forgive fast? No, I think the question should be, would you rather always have to forgive fast or be forgiven fast?
Fast. Be forgiven fast.
Hata mimi I'd go on that. I'd want to be forgiven fast.
Is that selfish?
No, it's not selfish.
Okay.
I think it's the consideration that you have hurt someone, so you'd want someone to pardon you instead of you just being there. You Ebu say forgive me. You know, it's like I'd want to feel like I've been forgiven.
Okay.
And someone doesn't hold it against you.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a marriage that is admired by others but difficult behind the scenes or private?
Oh man.
Imperfect marriage or an imperfect marriage that is filled with joy?
Oh man, imperfect marriage that is filled with joy.
Oh, anytime.
For sure.
Anytime.
Yeah. I know that there is a lot of benefit that can come from it being perceived well, even in terms of monetary, but not at the risk of you actually not being happy. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, I think that has come to an end of our questions.
Wow.
Which has been a lot of very... I think we should do like a part 2 of this.
We should. Let us know if you'd like it.
Yeah, but it has been a very interactive one and interactive one, and I've loved it.
Yeah.
Very light and very light-hearted.
Yeah.
We love it so much. So thank you guys for joining us. Consider subscribing, liking, following us on all streaming platforms
and social media.
Oh yes, on social media. You definitely get us at Squadiko Sawa and interact with us, join with us, and as our sign out says.
Until then, stay blessed, stay creative, have fun, and remember, Squadiko Sawa! Woo!